A 6-7-year-old man living on the border of ancient China woke up one morning to discover his prized horse had vanished. His neighbors rushed over to console him. "What terrible misfortune!" they exclaimed. "That horse was your most valuable possession." But the old man simply looked at them and said something that would change how people think about good luck and bad luck forever. 3 days later, something extraordinary happened that made this unlucky man the talk of the entire region. What the old man said and what happened next holds the key to transforming any setback you're facing right now into your greatest opportunity. Today, I'm going to share this complete ancient story, along with a second Chinese wisdom that reveals why your 60-second, 70-second, 80-second, and beyond might actually be your most powerful years for learning and growth. By the end of our time together, you'll understand why what feels like loss today could be preparing you for the most meaningful chapter of your entire life. Hello, and welcome back to Ancient Wisdom and Modern Mind. Let me begin with our first saying, one of the most beloved stories in Chinese culture. Say Weng Shi Ma, the border town elder loses his horse. This phrase comes from an ancient tale about an old man living near the frontier whose horse ran away. His neighbors came to console him, saying, "What terrible luck!" But the old man simply replied, "How do we know this is bad fortune?" Days later, his horse returned, bringing with it a whole herd of wild horses. Now the neighbors exclaimed, "What wonderful luck!" Again, the old man responded, "How do we know this is good fortune?" The story continues with his son breaking his leg while trying to tame one of the wild horses, which the neighbors called misfortune. But when war broke out and all the young men were drafted, his injured son was spared from battle. The profound wisdom here is that life's events are far more interconnected and mysterious than we can perceive in the moment. What appears to be loss or failure today might be preparing us for opportunities we cannot yet imagine. Modern psychology has validated this ancient insight through research on what scientists call post-traumatic growth. Studies show that many people who face significant challenges, health crises, job loss, or major life transitions often emerge with greater resilience, deeper relationships, and a clearer sense of what truly matters to them. Researchers have found that these difficult experiences can become catalysts for positive change in several ways. They force us to develop new coping skills and inner strength. They help us reassess our priorities and values. They often lead us to discover capabilities we never knew we had. They can deepen our empathy and connection with others who face similar struggles. Think about your own life journey. Perhaps the job you lost led you to a more fulfilling career path. Maybe a health challenge taught you to appreciate life's simple pleasures more deeply. Or perhaps a relationship ending opened space for personal growth you couldn't have achieved otherwise. The Border Elder's wisdom teaches us to hold our judgments lightly. When we're in the midst of difficulty, we naturally focus on the immediate pain or inconvenience. But if we can cultivate what the Chinese call long eyes, the ability to see beyond the present moment, we might discover that life is orchestrating something far more intricate and beneficial than we realized. This doesn't mean we should be passive in the face of challenges or pretend that difficult experiences don't hurt. It means we can approach life's ups and downs with curiosity rather than judgment, asking, "What might this experience be teaching me?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" But here's where you might be thinking, even if I can find meaning in my challenges, am I too old to really change? Can I still learn new ways of being at this stage of life? This brings us to our second saying, which offers a beautiful answer to those doubts. 活到老，活到老. Live until old, learn until old. This beloved Chinese proverb embodies one of the most life-affirming concepts in Eastern philosophy, the idea that learning and growth are not privileges of youth, but birthright gifts that accompany us throughout our entire lifespan. The wisdom embedded in this saying goes far beyond formal education or acquiring new skills. It speaks to the fundamental human capacity for transformation, adaptation, and discovery that continues as long as we draw breath. Modern neuroscience has revolutionized our understanding of the brain's capacity for change throughout life. The discovery of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural pathways and adapt to new experiences, shows us that the ancient Chinese intuition was scientifically accurate. Research reveals that older adults often have unique learning advantages. They possess what scientists call crystallized intelligence, accumulated knowledge and wisdom that provides rich context for new information. They have developed emotional regulation skills that can make learning less stressful and more enjoyable. They often have the luxury of learning for pure curiosity rather than external pressure, which can lead to deeper and more meaningful engagement. Studies of lifelong learners show remarkable outcomes. Continued learning is associated with better cognitive function, improved mental health, and greater life satisfaction in later years. People who embrace new challenges and skills often report feeling more energetic and purposeful. Learning new things can create fresh neural pathways that support overall brain health and resilience. But perhaps most importantly, the act of learning keeps us connected to our essential humanity, our curiosity, our wonder. our capacity for growth. Consider how this might apply to your current situation. Maybe the challenge you're facing, whether it's adapting to retirement, managing a health condition, or navigating changes in your family, is actually inviting you to learn something entirely new about yourself. Perhaps that empty feeling after retirement is calling you to explore creative pursuits you never had time for. Maybe health limitations are teaching you to slow down and appreciate subtleties of life you previously rushed past. Or perhaps changes in your relationships are inviting you to develop new forms of connection and communication. The beautiful synergy between these two sayings creates a powerful framework for navigating life's later chapters. When we encounter what appears to be misfortune, we can hold space for the possibility that it's redirecting us towards something we need to learn or discover. And when we embrace our capacity for continued growth and learning, we transform challenges into classrooms. Together, they suggest that difficulties aren't obstacles to our development. They're often the very experiences that catalyze our most significant growth. This perspective can be particularly powerful for those feeling stuck or discouraged by life's current circumstances. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Instead of thinking, "I'm too old to change," we can wonder, what new aspect of myself is ready to emerge? The ancient Chinese understood something profound about human resilience. We are designed to keep evolving throughout our entire lives. Every challenge contains within it the seeds of new wisdom. Every stage of life offers unique opportunities for discovery and growth. So today, I want you to consider these questions. First, what apparent misfortune in your life might actually be steering you towards something you need to learn or discover? How might you approach your current challenges with curiosity rather than resistance? What if this difficult chapter is actually preparing you for your next great adventure? Second, what calls to you to learn or explore at this stage of your life? What subjects, skills, or experiences spark your curiosity? How might embracing your capacity for continued growth transform both your challenges and your possibilities? Remember, these questions aren't about forcing immediate answers or dramatic life changes. They're invitations to shift your relationship with uncertainty and difficulty. Just as the border elder maintained equanimity through fortune and misfortune alike, we can learn to dance with life's changes rather than fight them. The ancient Chinese recognized that wisdom isn't about avoiding life's difficulties. It's about developing the flexibility and curiosity to find meaning and growth within whatever circumstances we encounter. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a student in the University of Life. And every experience, pleasant or challenging, is offering you curriculum designed specifically for your unique journey of growth. The horse may have run away, but who knows what treasures it might bring back? The only way to find out is to stay curious, stay open, and remember that your capacity for learning and transformation is one gift that truly does keep giving throughout your entire lifetime. Thank you for joining me today on Ancient Wisdom and Modern Mind. If these insights resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more timeless wisdom that speaks to our modern journey. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What challenge in your life are you learning to see with long eyes? What new learning is calling to you at this stage of your journey? Your reflections help create a community of wisdom that enriches us all. Until next time, remember, the horse that runs away might just be leading you to your next great discovery. Keep learning, keep growing, and trust in life's mysterious wisdom. As you reflect on these stories, here's a moment of calm to carry with you.